Well, guys, for F2, well, the match has concluded. That was the final game that we played today, Lapana in the Netherlands, and the team will be going home. Yes, I know, guys, we played 5 games and we've just won one game. But if you look at everything that has happened, you can definitely understand and see why Kaizer just managed to win only one game in those 5 games that they've played. But on today's game of it, I'm just going to talk about the 5 things that I've seen that are a problem for Kaizer Chiefs, which if they can fix those problems, I'm telling you guys, Kaizer Chiefs will be the best team. Now, obviously, I want to start with the problems, or should I start with the players? I don't know which is which, but at the end of the day, we are going to talk about everything. So make sure that you do like and you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on everything that comes next. So let me just quickly start with the game, and then we will go to the 5 problems that I've listed here that I've seen so far with Kaizer Chiefs. Number 1, looking at the first half of it, I do not want to lie. The first half of the game, it was pure, it was proper. Yes, we started off a bit slow because the opposition FC20 was doing wonders. They're a good team, like I've said before, guys. We know we are going up against a great team, which is a team that is full of ball domination, football domination. Also, they do manage to score a lot of goals, but other than that, yeah, I was happy with the first half because we played under pressure. But as time goes on, we started to pick up the pace, and then we started to get into the momentum of the game. That's where we started to see, the players picking up the tempo, slowing down the tempo, also making sure that they allow the ball to be played the way we're from corner. Yes, I'm happy about that, but also there are problems that we're going to talk about later on the video. We look at Unale Hlongwane. Obviously, for this game, I feel like Umchita was a bit soft. Not to say I blame him, because Kombole, this is the first time playing tall guys. Those players, they are tall, they are very aggressive, and also they are good quality players. So Naledi Hlongwane as a starter for this game, it didn't make sense. Yes, we could have brought him in as a substitute, not as a starter, but obviously coach was still experimenting, and he still is experimenting. How long is he going to experiment? Because he should have experimented the few games. I mean, from now on, he gets his preferred starting 11. But anyways, we are not there. So Naledi Hlongwane definitely did not get to be aggressive on the game, because definitely that's something that he still needs to learn and still needs to master. Because at the end of the day, as a quality player that he is, there are certain players who will be aggressive on this young player, and he needs to stand his ground. And then we look at Tutuba. He could have come in, he could have done a bit better, because yes, the substitute of Wandile Tuba was a bit late, so I think coach made an error there. But anyways, it's fine. So far, the first half, good 20 minutes display. After 20 minutes, everything was proper. I saw good football from Kaizer Chiefs. They were, making good runs. Defensively, they were very good, very solid, very proper. You could see what they were defending as a unit. There was a good communication, good understanding. We had Frosler on the left, and then we had Inaso Mikael, Zita Kwinika, and also Dylan Solomons, which, by the way, I do not want to touch much on Dylan Solomons, but it is what it is. And then also Fundo Vilagazi, I'm happy he was using the chances. Now, I like it when I say something and Kaizer Chiefs fans, or Kaizer Chiefs, the team, actually listens and they try to rectify those mistakes. I'm happy about that. So definitely big ups to Fundo Vilagazi for using those chances. I'm happy about that. Obviously, he still needs more. So coach, please give this young player, this young guy, more time, more minutes, Jumbo Wenzile today, because definitely this guy is going to give us something. And then, yeah, from under the pressure, we've managed to control the play. But yeah, other than that, on the first half, I think the only problem was we were too slow to switch play. But other than that, everything was proper. And then we move into the second half. That's where the problems started. Okay, we introduced Bruce Vuma, and then, yeah, I know, guys, we considered a goal early, but ever since we introduced Bruce Former, he almost conceded a goal. Well, I could say the defense was a bit shaky there. I understand there was something, no good communication. I feel like khona nje inkinga nje ekhona, you know, when it comes to that defense. I understand ukuthi there's two players who want to dominate or win Zagalana, but other than that, there was a bit of a problem which we struggled. We're starting to struggle a lot. But ever since Wapum Mikhail, I'm going to Aiden, things started to move frequently because there was no one, but in as long don't in Dambo, like trying to lead the ropes. I don't know, but yeah, somewhere that is the term I'm looking for, something like that. And then definitely Tuduzi Shabalala came in. We needed him. He did not come in, actually. I did not see him on today's game because we wanted him to do Shabalala, to be honest, because looking at this game, we had Ethan Chislet playing as an attacking midfield, and then also we introduced Josh Matlow. I feel like Josh Matlow today was playing as an attacking midfielder rather than playing at the back, but at the end of the day, the results did not yield what we wanted, because I feel like Mtutuzi could have done a bit better, or unfortunately we were not updated on what is going on between those players. But yeah, Coach Nazarene Nabi has not yet found his starting 11, because time is ticking. I understand we are still going to watch some of the other teams, play MTN 8, which is fine. I understand the Sang is qualifier, but at the end of the day, we need to be prepared. We need to know my color season, because we are playing CAF Confederations, guys. We need to always be ready, not to say we are still trying to find. No. It's high time we tried to deliver results, which is something that we're going to talk about in a minute. And then defensively, into Benkalangayo, second half of the game, defense was shaky too much. It was shaky. Abachita, they were caught napping. Why are they ball watching? Because we are here to play. We need to play. We need to be there. We need to watch out, because there are people who are making late runs, and Abachita, they can't even see those players from FC20 making those late runs, which is the cost of us conceding that goal that we conceded, and then we ended up being 2-1 down. But other than that, let's just quickly jump a few, and then we move to the errors or the problems that I feel like Kaizer just needs to fix. Number one, defensive errors. We lack discipline. We lack discipline when it's different players. With the first half, Inaso Miguel playing with the youngster, everything was proper. But him playing with an older player, something doesn't make any sense. Why? Because so far they've had a good relationship. They played very well. Premiership. Maybe Begakatele or what is going on, I do not know. But at the end of the day, that is the problem that I've seen so far. And then number two, we go back to the ability to switch or transition the ball quickly. In Kalangayo yesterday, after the game that we played, and there's still that problem that I'm seeing even now. So if we can be able to manage to switch or transition the ball going forward quickly and smoothly, that is going to make our life a bit much easier, because right now we are not there. We are getting there, but we are not there. So hopefully the coach can sit down with the players and just try to explain to them, no guys, we need to make sure that when we transition our football going forward, we transition smoothly, and then we attack, because we can't get to the final third. And I'm happy we played a strong team like this one, because at the end of the day, they showed us this is how you play against a team that you feel like is strong and big, and you don't know what they do. You need to make sure you play transitional football. Right. But other than that, we move on, guys. Mentality shift, which is another problem when we are playing under pressure. The players, not all, but some of the players tend to feel and be left out. I was happy with Tulani Mabaso. That guy, Tulani Tash Mabaso, is a player that he believes he is. I'm happy. And there was an interview that I was watching a few days ago. He said, no, my father is a coach. Whenever I go home, I get coached by him, and whenever I see him, we are on coacher, and he said some beautiful words to Mfana. He said, no, as long as you're a player, you are always bound to improve. You can't say when you are the best player. You always need to make sure that you are there learning and doing what you need to do. So the guys are just checking the sound if everything is proper. And then number 4, we move on to number 4, the lack of finishing power. That is, yeah, that is something that angazi ever since the season started last season, because we are creating chances, but we struggle to convert them, and it's still the same thing. We are missing opportunities, especially on tight matches. It is costing us. It is costing us heavily. We need to make sure that we fix indaba yok finisher when it comes to that final third. And then also number 5, I think here this is where the coach comes in, the stability of the team, because at the end of the day, by now coach should have found his starting 11, and him not having found his starting 11, it creates confusion to the players. We have also a lot of new signings, so that constant rotation does ruin the momentum, because at the end of the day, you do have a good squad, and then after changing, things start to unsettle, and then when the bungas understand what is George Mato's position, where is he supposed to be playing, what is Pongosen Tetra, or where is he supposed to be playing, because at the end of the day, nothing is stable. We need that stability of the squad so that we know going forward, this is what we need to do, and this is how we play, and this is where those players are playing, and that's how definitely we'll be able to punish and win the games, and make sure we don't just stay out of the top 3, but obviously we go deeper. But definitely I do feel like we do have a good squad, and those minor silly mistakes and everything, if can be fixed, everything will be proper. But anyways, guys, you can let me know what you think down in the comment section below. For me, those are my 5 problems. Obviously, with something new. I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.